And it's Del Piero. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Schneider. Oh, shooting chance! And he should have made them pay.
Schneider deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Goes to finish! Now it's Del Piero. Hoisted in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Schneider. And he's decided to go for it. Schneider! Brilliant! That is a gem! An absolute gem! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and analysis of the...
Tries a shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. Oh, that is a terrific save! And it's Rice. Well, that is one way to stop him. Gerrard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He's found a way through. Bellingham, who can single-handedly make a difference. Threads one in. Rice. Hazard, driven in. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And the pass is intercepted. Rice. Hazard. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Now it's Luis Suarez. Suarez showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't... Schneider! Oh, super goal! About as smooth as it gets. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Vissel Kobe with the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Can he get on the end of this? And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Now it's Rice, looking to play him in. Hazard gets into a good position. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And a chance! Again, a brilliant save. Boca Juniors have their second corner now. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Vissel Kobe are looking to go forward now. Just eases him off the ball. Rice can so cleverly bypass the press. Maldini. Now it's Luis Suarez. He's in plenty of space here. There's the shot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Looking for options for movement. Cross in, looks like a good real chance! Gerrard. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment.
This is the time you need that pace.
That has been slung wide. He is through here. And it's been given away. That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. And we are up to the break.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. The second half is up and running.
Boca Juniors can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And here's Ibrahimovic, delivered in. And he can clear it away, nicked it back promptly. And that's a foul, a simple decision for the referee. Vissel Kobe can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Brilliantly cut out.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Hullet. Hazard. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Saliba gets over and intercepts. Jordan Henderson is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, that is superb, a dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
That is superb defensive work. The one man who had to be on top of his game, and he was.
Now it's Rice. Shapes to shoot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Against the crossbar. Del Piero. And it's Del Piero. Del Piero. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Takes a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Messi. It's a pretty loose pass.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's got away. Delivered with swing. Oh, what a mistake. Can he finish? And yes, it's there! What remarkable powers of recovery.
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
It's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
So we have movement on both benches. Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And he is going into that little black book. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all. Oh, that's a fine interception. Vieira. Half an hour gone in the second half. Now it's Hullet. Oh, such a clever touch. Maldini, he's shifting through the gears here. They get a throw in. Bale. And here's Ibrahimovic. And this is Hullet. Cross deflected behind for a corner. It's their second corner of the game. And he gets rid in a hurry. He's having a hit! Fantastic from Kaká! A finish of true class! And they're back in front! He has given that the lot. Bang!
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Vissel Kobe have their lead.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out. Boca Juniors really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need. Vissel Kobe can really...
It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Ibrahimovic has every reason to be disappointed being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Bale with the clearance. Cross into impressive jump. And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Zico.
Se agregarán 3 minutos al tiempo reglamentario.
Tries to pass it through. That looks a good ball through.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Kaká. And that's a Ibrahimovic! And no mistake. And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish. And that is as far as it goes. Boca Juniors illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Boca Juniors desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Señoras y señores, visiten nuestra tienda oficial donde encontrarán souvenirs del partido de hoy.